Mala says to her son, "I'm going for an interview. Take care of yourself. I'll be back soon." Jack asks, "Are you here for the interview?" Mala replies, "Yes." Jack says, "Please come with me." Mala says, "Okay," and then says to her son, "Wait right here for me." Jack takes her into the office and says to Max, "She is today's last candidate." Max says, "Show me your file." Mala shows her file and says, "Sir, I have a request. Can I bring my child with me to work?" Max says, "What are you doing?" Mala says, "Yes, sir. He is only 6 years old. I can't leave him alone at home." Max says, "All right, it shouldn't make any difference," and opens the file, looks at it, and asks, "Is your name Mala?" Mala replies, "Yes." Max asks, "Do you live in California?" Mala replies, "Yes," and asks, "Is there any problem?" Max says, "You can start work from tomorrow." Mala says happily, "Thank you so much." Max says, "No problem," and his eyes fall on the locket. He starts thinking, "This looks exactly like my locket." Jack says, "Sir, what's wrong with you today?" Max says, "Mala has joined the company. Why don't you buy her some new clothes?" Mala says, "There's no need for that." Max says, "The company will cover the expense, now that you are part of our company," and then says, "From tomorrow, you are my secretary." Mala replies, "Yes." Jack asks Mala to come with him, and both of them leave the office. Max looks at the locket and thinks, "I never expected we would meet like this." Mala says that after that day, he started staying with me, guiding me in all my work, motivating me at different times and in different ways, teaching me how to live life, treating my problems as his own, helping me in everything I did, playing with my child, and taking me and the child out on every holiday. For a moment, I felt like I was starting to like him, but it was impossible because I was waiting for my old love. Mala enters the office and says, "I have completed your project. Please take a look." Max says, "Your project is very good," and adds, "You have worked very hard recently, so I'm giving you 1 week off. Go spend time with your husband and children." Mala says, "There's no need for that. I don't have a husband." Max asks, "Are you divorced?" Mala says, "No, I'm not married yet. I'm waiting for my childhood friend. We studied together as children, but we got separated. All these years I searched for him everywhere, but I could never find him." Max asks, "Then whose child is this?" Mala says, "He is not my son. A few years ago, I went to teach in a mountain village. There was a massive flood and his parents died in the accident. I felt pity for him, so I adopted him." Max says, "Oh, so that's the story," and showing his locket says, "I am your childhood friend." Mala says, "What are you saying?" Max says, "Yes, I am that same childhood friend of yours." Mala, crying, says, "You recognized me from the beginning, so why did you hide your identity from me? Do you know how many places I searched for you?" Max says, "I was also looking for you for a long time. In fact, the day we met, I recognized you that very day. You have no idea how happy I was. But when I found out you had a child, I thought you had already started a new life, so I didn't want to interfere. That's why I didn't tell you anything." Mala says, "How could you even think that I had started a new life? We were separated for so many years, but now I don't want to lose you again." Max says, "I will take care of you and the child, and I will not let any kind of trouble come to you." Holding Mala's hand, Max gives a message to the respected viewers. If you liked our video, please share your valuable feedback. Thank you.